Hello everyone, welcome to the video tutorial series of the web development. I am your instructor Varsha Tak. Let's start our today's lecture. So at the end of this video, you will be able to learn about the HTML tag practicals, that we will see the different tags, and then we will see the HTML table. So let's start. So here first tag is the horizontal lines. Okay, so here the horizontal line example. See here, this just simple HTML program is that we have seen in starting how to define the simple HTML page. So first HTML is there, then in the head portion we have defined the horizontal line example. Then in the body portion we have defined two paragraph tags. Okay, so this is a paragraph 1 and should be on the top. Okay, and this is the paragraph 2 and should be at the bottom. In between we have defined HR line, so that is what the horizontal rule, so it will display the horizontal rule in between this. Here you can see this is the output of the horizontal line. Okay, so let's see the this program. Okay, so here you can see this is the HR horizontal rule practical. Okay, so same code I have written over here. Okay, so in paragraph tag I have just given two different statement. Okay, and here this is a paragraph 2 and should be at the bottom side. Okay, so now just execute this practical. So here you can see there is a two line. Just close this window. Okay, so here you can see there is a two line because we have provided, here you can see we have provided HR two times, that's why. Got it? So like this way you can display the horizontal rule. That means if you want to break the page with the horizontal rule, then you can do using the HR tag. Okay. Now next one is the preserve formatting. Okay, so sometimes you want your text to follow the exact format of how it is written in the HTML document. In this case, you can use the pre-formatted tag, that is free. That means what? Suppose sometimes you are going to define functions. Okay, so void main function, then in curly bracket you are writing something. Okay, so if you have not used pre-formatted tag, then what will happen? It will display just in single line. But if you have used the pre-formatted tag, then it will display it in the proper format in which you have written. Okay, so any text between the opening PRE tag and the closing PRE tag will preserve the formatting of the source document. Okay, so here you can see this is the example of the pre-formatted tag. So here the title of this page is preserve formatting example, and here in the pre-tag we have defined this function, test function, str text and alert str tag. Just for the information, just we have defined this function. Okay, so whenever you are going to execute, it will display it as it is. Okay, so let's see it in practical. Okay, so now see over here, this is the pre-formatted tag. Okay, so here just remove this tag. So first see the output without the pre-tag. So what will be the output of this? Let's see. Just execute this. Okay, so here you can see this will be in the single line. No any space is there, no any indentation is there, whatever we have given. Okay, so now let's do it with the pre-tag. Okay, so just do the controls add, save the program and again execute this program. So here you can see Got it? So whatever the in whatever the format you have written, it will be there in the same format with the indentation, with the new line, etc. Okay, so if you want the content in the pre-formatted thing, then at that time you can use this pre tag. Got it? Now next one is the HTML img tag. Img tag, that is what? The image tag. Okay, that is used to insert an image. The image tag is used to embed an image is an HTML page. Okay, so images are not technically inserted into the web page. Images are linked to the web page. The image tag creates and holding the space for referenced image. Okay, so image tag has two required attributes. Which are those two attributes? SRC. SRC, that means it specifies the path to the image. And next one is the ALT, that means alter. So this is alternate text. So specify an alternate text for an image if the image for some reason cannot be displayed. So if the image is not displayed because of any reason, if the image is not present in the same folder or image path is not found, so at that time, these the whatever the text that you have written in this alternative text attribute, at that time that text will be displayed. So here you can see the example, the image element just in the heading one we have written, and image src, that is equal to web image.jpg and alter web image. So if the image is not visible, then web image will be there in place of the image. Okay, so here you can see the img element that is in heading one, so that's why it is in the bold and strong letters. And after that, here you can see this is the web image. Okay, so let's see the practical for this. Okay, so see here, here you can see the image practical over here. Okay, so first we have here, if you want to give the title, then also you can give the title in the head portion. If you have not defined, then also it is fine. Image example. Okay, and here you can see the image src, that google image.png, alter the web image. I just have given the name if this image will not be displayed. And if you want to insert the image from the different path, then also you can do using this way. Okay, so E drive slash LJIT in Varsha folder, there is a web image.jpg. So from this also you can like this way also you can insert the image. And if the image is available in the same folder where your practical is stored, you don't have to specify the path. You just have to give the name of the image with its extension, then that image will be displayed. So let's see the output of this. So here you can see the image element, and here you can see this is a Google image, and this is the web image that is available in the workshop folder. Okay, so let's see. Suppose I am changing the name of this, and again I am changing the name of this to suppose one. So now both these image will not be accessed by the practical. So what will happen? See here, there is alternate text. Okay, here we don't have provide the alternate text, that's why it is not displaying any alternate text. And here we have provide the alternate text, that's why it is displaying the alternate text, that is web image. Got it? So how you can use the image tag in your practical? Now next one is the HTML table. Okay, so let's start with the HTML table. The table tag defines an HTML table. Each table row is defined with the tr tag. Each table header is defined with the th tag, and each table data cell is defined with the td tag. That means there are three tag is there. One is a table tag, okay, in which we have the tr and th, table row and table heading. And to define the td table data, you have the td tag. Okay, so this three tag is there in the table tag, that is tr for table row, th that is table heading, and td that is for the table data. Okay, so let's see. So by default, the text in the th elements are bold and center. Okay, so whenever you are using the table header tag for defining the table header, so by default that text is in the bold form and in the centered form. Okay, so you don't have to specify the center and bold for the th. By default, the text in the td elements are regular and left aligned. Okay, so if you want to change its alignment, then you can do it. Now here you can see the table, here table is there. Okay, a table tag is there, the starting table tag and ending table tag. Okay, in which we have defined the tr, that is a table row. Whatever the row is there, for that many times you have to define the tr tag. Okay, so tr, after that you are defining the th, that is table heading, then first name and table heading complete. th last name and table heading complete, and th age then table heading complete. Okay, so this is the one row. Now what you have to do, you have defined three columns, then you have to define the three data row also. Okay, so here td Rahul, td Sharma and td 20. So first name is Rahul, last name is Sharma, and age is 20. Same way, this is the another record. So like this way you can define the table in the html, and here this is the output of this. So now let's see these practical. So here you can see the same table is that we have seen in the slides. Okay, so whenever we are going to execute, just see the output of this. Okay, so here first name, last name, age, Rahul Sharma 20, Mona Patel 24. But what is not that? Border. Okay, so if you want a single line border, compulsory you have to define the border attribute to define the border in the table. Okay, so what you have to do? Just here write down border is equal to 1. Got it? So like this way you will see the border in the okay, so just refresh this page, so you will get the border. Okay, you can change the color of the border, you can change the thickness of the border, everything you can change. That we will see in detail in the CSS. Got it? Okay, the TD elements are the data containers of the table. They can contain all sorts of HTML element, text, images, list, other tables, etc. Now next one is the call span. Okay, so HTML call span. Call span, that means what? The merging the columns. To make a cell span more than one column, use the call span attributes. So whenever you want to merge the column, at that time we have to use the call span. Okay, so here you can see this is name, this is expense, but here we have merged this two column. Okay, so that is known as call span. Okay, so here just we have defined the sum is equal to $18. So that is the summation of this two field. Okay, so but it is in the call span value. Okay, so see how we are able to define this call span. Table border 1, now all of you aware about this. Then this is first row. Okay, that is a table header. So here we have done that is a table header. After that, this is a second row. Okay, so here this is a second row, TR, TD Arun and TD $10. After that, this is a third row. Okay, so TR, TD Priya and TD $8. Now what we have to do in the fourth row? In fourth row, you can see this two column is merged. So how we are able to merge this column? Okay, so this TD will span two columns, that is the single column will take up the space of 2. Okay, so we are merging two columns. So what we have to do? We have to start the TR tag. After that, we have to define the TD tag, in which we have to define the call span attribute. And we are going to merge two columns. That's why call span is equal to 2. And whatever the data we want to write, that data we have to write. That is a sum is equal to $18. And you have to complete the TD. Remember, there is only one TD tag is there. Why? Because we have merged this two table data. So only single table data is there. Got it? And after that you have to complete this TR, table row, then table, and then just we have used the center tag to display the table in the center. That's why. Got it? So let's see this in the practical. So here you can see this is the call span practical. Same way HTML document body center table border is equal to 1 tr. Okay, then th name slash th. Okay, so this is a table header. After that, table data 1, table data 2, and last table data, that is a summation of the value of the two field. And here we have done the call span. Sorry, here we have to return right 2. Okay, so here just check it, execute this. Okay, so we have used the center tag, that's why it is in the center. Got it? So here you can see this is the call span. Got it? So like this way you can use the call span. Now let's see the row span. Now next one is the row span. Okay, HTML table row span. To make a cell span more than one rows, use the row span attribute. Here, for example, name expense is that the same table we have used, but we have what we have done over here, we have merged two rows. Okay, we have merged two rows. If we are merging this, then it is a call span, and if we are merging like this way, then it is a row span. Okay, so let's see here. For this is the first complete row. Okay, let's see. HTML body center table border 1 tr. This is the first complete row that you have to define 3 times td tag or th tag. There, here we are using the table header. That's why you have to define 3 times th tag. Okay, and after that, what you have to do? In first table row only, you have to define the row span. Remember one thing, whenever the two rows are merged, in first tr tag, you have to define the row span. You cannot define the row span in the second table row. Okay, so here Arun, table data, then in table data 10 you have defined, then table data you have defined row span is equal to 2. And you have given this input value, that is sum is equal to $18. Okay, this TD is complete. Now what you have to do over here in third row? See over here, we have done the row span too. That means this column, this row is already, the table field in this row is already occupied. So whenever you are going to define this third row, you just have to define the 2 times table data, not 3 times, because this third table data is already occupied. That's why. Okay, so here tr, td, priya, td and td $8 td. Now the third td is not there because it is already merged. Got it? Okay, so let's see the output of this in the practical. So see over here, this is a row span. Okay, so the same practical that we have learned, just see the output of this. Got it? So like this way you will display the output like this way. Okay, so in this video we have learned that HTML tag practicals in which we have seen the different tag, that is a pre-formatted tag, then HR tag, etc. And then we have learned about the HTML table. Okay, how to define the table, how to define the table with the border, and how to merge the column and how to merge the rows. So that is known as the row span and call span. Okay, so remaining interesting topic we will see in the next lecture. Thank you for watching. We will meet in the next lecture with a new topic. Thank you.